I love the swimsuit outfits. Alice looks adorable in her apron. Look, I'm a man, I don't know what fashion is. But I do know Yuzuha's Wave Rider outfit is great. And the Tanuki gets a new hat. Peek, I tell you. Bro, I was flabbergasted when I saw Belle.
Oh my god!
Who knew she was hiding all of that under her baggy homeless outfit? Genuinely, all this time for the past year, I thought she was as skinny as a stick, but I guess not. Not gonna lie though, Weiss looks really goofy. How does he have a visible six-pack in his official artwork and yet in-game, he is as flat as a board? Where did it all go? Monato, why are you still wearing clothes? Take off your shirt and put on a Speedo this instant, young man. Show me what your mama gave ya. Zenless Zone Zero is currently celebrating its first summer event and it is incredible. Skins, a new map, and multiple fun new events. Alice's surfing game mode reminds me a lot of those old school Sega wave riding games. Also, this one specific arcade game I used to play a lot when I was a kid when I went to the movie theater. For the life of me, I cannot remember what it was called, but you sat on a snowmobile and the game would follow your movements and it was sick, bro. The event has 12 different levels, each with their own unique layouts and obstacles. Constantly drifting, dodging, and collecting random energy drinks to temporarily enter hyperspeed is a blast. Technically, this isn't the first time we've gotten something like this. Back in version 1.2, there was a small moment in the story where we rode Caesar's motorcycle in a short race. But for some reason, it was only locked to that moment in the story. We didn't get any event or anything like that where we got to use Caesar's motorcycle. I was always disappointed that it was a one-time thing and that we didn't get to use it again. So I'm glad that we got this surfboard, which is similar but different. Yuzuha's shooting gallery is super fun. You have to shoot down a bunch of balloons or mines so they can explode and take multiple innocent balloon babies with them to the internal inferno. Anybody remember Balloon's tower defense? This plays nothing like that, like at all. But it does remind me of that. Man, I'm still waiting for the next installment. Where is Balloons 7, you cowards? There's a total of 12 levels, each with their own unique layouts and obstacles, as well as 4 different weapon types, each with their own unique benefits and drawbacks. Big Slash for vertical takedowns, Grenade for small clusters, Laser to wildly spray around much like a bottle of ketchup on your freshly heated dino nuggets. By no means is this game mode super difficult or intense, but it is fun. And of course, we have the return of the fishing event. On principle, I still do not like fishing events. I think they are incredibly boring and monotonous, and Zenless is no different. This version is definitely better than the previous version from the Hugo update, but it's still boring in my opinion. This time, in order to get a catch, you have to complete a short minigame. There are a couple of different minigames, and how many you have to complete and how difficult they are depends on the fish. There's also a small aquarium where you can show your different catches, which is nice. But for some reason, you can't show all of your different fishes, only specific ones, which is really weird and I don't understand why this is how it works. I really wanted to show off the giant seal, but that's not one of the options, so screw me, I guess. A fun detail is that the more levels and higher score you set on the various events, the higher your resort level will raise. The higher the level, the more NPCs will visit your resort. At least, I think that's how it works. I'm not entirely sure. If that's not how it works, then I genuinely don't know what the point of the resort level is. Also, did I mention we own a resort now? Sadly, we don't actually get to manage it in any way. We can't buy and sell buildings, move things around, hire employees, or anything like that. It's almost entirely a story thing. But it does give us the ability to meet a member of the upcoming playable character faction, the Angels of Delusion, in the big summer event story. Sadly, it's the member with the most boring design. Should have been the robot. Gonna be honest, she's my favorite. Oh well. Speaking of, the event story is okay. It starts out as a fun ghost story where Alice thinks the resort is haunted, but it quickly spirals out of control into a conspiracy theory of someone trying to shut down the resort by scaring people away. In the end, we solve the mystery and invite Astra to help us throw the concert, which is where we meet the member of the Angels of Delusion band. Once again, should have been the robot, but whatever. The story is nothing super special, but like always, the character writing is amazing. This time, for some reason, the character quests for Alice and Yuzuha are directly connected to the summer event. and they're great! Yuzuha had a weird dream where she saw a mermaid. Coincidentally, recently there has been a rumored mermaid spotting. She is convinced that mermaids are real and wants to find the mermaid of her dreams. She tells the Spook Shack and they think she's crazy. Mermaids aren't real, you moron! She is crushed by the rejection and walks away. Seeing how sad she is, Spook Shack decides to play along and help her find the mermaid. A bunch of stuff that I don't want to talk about happens, and in the end, we get on a boat and sail to a specific location to find this dream enigma. Oh my god, what is that? Oh, it's just Ellen. Turns out she's here on a Victorian housekeeping mission. She was checking on some device when she decides to take a nap out in the middle of nowhere. Because she's insane, I guess. A fun detail is that you can talk to Lycon and Corin right before getting on the boat. They mention that they have no idea where Ellen scampered off to, so you can actually solve the mystery right before the grand reveal, which I like. But wait, there's more! With her unshakable iron resolve, Yuzuha continues the search, and then, out of nowhere, a song plays. Oh my god, what is that? It's a mermaid, they're real! The One Piece is real! Throughout the story, people scoff at the idea of a mermaid being real, which I think is kinda weird. After all, fish sirens exist. Ellen is right there. The idea of a fish siren with a human upper body and fish lower body doesn't seem that out of the realm of possibility, to me anyways. Honestly, I would love a playable mermaid. That would be sick! I have no idea how that would even work logistically, but hey, that's not my problem to solve, is it? A playable mermaid would be so much better than Ellen. Anyways, I like the story. It does a great job of exploring why Yuzuha loves stories and exploring mysteries. The main story focuses on the prank pulling aspect of her, and of course the tragic backstory that every character needs to have for some reason. Her character quest explores this other aspect of her. The Alice story is more straightforward. One day she's surfing, doing all kinds of crazy tricks, when she gets spotted by a director of a TV show. He asks her if she'd be willing to have a segment on this show. Take a breath, take a breath, take a breath. Okay. Showcasing her surfing skills. She accepts, but only if they can promote the resort. Turns out, an old classmate of hers is also working with the director. Turns out, she's a despicable piece of shit bully, constantly talking down and embarrassing Alice. How dare this bitch hurt this beautiful, pure soul known as Alice? If I could, I'd cave her skull in with a baseball bat.
Put the bat down!
Oh hey, Lucy's here, and she's inches away from doing the same thing. Alice has been trying to do a specific, highly difficult trick, but keeps messing up. Spook Shack and Lucy do their best to help motivate her, but she's still struggling. The part where Lucy tries to make Alice vent her inner frustration is great.
I don't care what kind of crap other people think!
Sometimes I forget that Zenless has no censorship and characters will just swear. Also, Lucy gets flustered about her hair after Alice says she doesn't like how asymmetrical it is, which is adorable.
But that asymmetrical side ponytail of yours drives me crazy!
In the end, Alice remembered some precious memories from when she was learning to surf with her dad, and that gave her the extra push she needed to perfectly perform her difficult trick. All well, it ends well. Once again, the quest does a great job of exploring Alice as a character. Zenless continues to showcase that it is one of the greatest gacha games when it comes to developing its characters and its moment-to-moment character writing. The quality, like always, is still phenomenal. The treasure hunt game mode is simultaneously amazing and disappointing. It plays like an old school beat 'em up. You walk from the left side of the screen to the right, slowly making your way to the goal. Along the way, enemies will hop out of their little clown car and attack you. You can only use Alice and Yuzuha, but they get new mechanics to help keep things fun. Alice gets access to a unique parry where she will block attacks if you properly time your attack or do a dodge, dealing big PP damage in the process. Yuzuha will continuously do this bounce attack if you press attack at the right time. You also have some extra passes, but that's not important. The mode is fun, but the length of the stages are criminally short. They barely last a minute, if that even. I know this is just a temporary event, but I would love if they were longer and a little more complex levels. Give us short but well-made 4-minute stages, each with their own unique enemies, unique stage layouts to run around in, and add in a handful of puzzles to solve. Nothing crazy complex, simple things like hit or interact with a device to open a door, complete a quick rhythm minigame, or one of those bang boo puzzles where you have to put the shapes in the right order to nothing crazy complex, simple things like hit or interact with a device to open a door. Complete some of those bang boo minigames like the rhythm minigame or the ones where you have to connect the shapes in a specific order so that the electricity properly flows. You know what I'm talking about. We actually got a similar gameplay mode back in version 1.3 with Lighter. I loved it then and I love it now. I think it's a really fun mode, but like I said, I wish the stages were longer with more interesting level designs. To be honest, I'm pretty sure the Lighter levels were a little more complex. I feel like the stages were a little more interesting, but I don't know, it's been a long time since I played that game mode, so I don't entirely remember those stages that well, but I feel like I enjoyed the Lighter version more. I don't know. Anyways, this was genuinely one of, if not the best summer event I have ever played in a gacha. And I've been playing gachas since 2012, 13 years. So trust me, I've played a lot of summer events. Not only did it have a great story, or rather stories I should say, it had some amazing event game modes. They weren't perfect, but they were really good. The only complaint I have is not enough summer skins. I nominate Lighter in a lifeguard outfit and Evelyn wearing one of those crazy rich people bikinis. You know what I'm talking about. The ones with all of those like lines and straps that connect the bra with the panties. Oh, and give her a fancy hat and sunglasses to complete the look. Fingers crossed for next year's summer event. What do you think about this update? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, become a channel member for just $5 a month. Click the join button next to the subscribe button, and while you're at it, don't forget to click subscribe and the like button. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.